He still couldn't forget another man's wife. The next moment, her husband witnessed the entire scene. Yet he showed no anger. Instead, the second young master handed Xiuzha a whip and ordered him to strike. But how could a slave dare raise his hand against his master? Xiuzha could only vent his fury by lashing a nearby tree. Snapping back to reality, Xiuzha quickly knelt, swearing his loyalty. But what happened next plunged Xiuzha into even deeper despair. The second young master was being sent to guard the granary at the northern border, and he was taking Zhuoma with him as his cook. Xiuzha was speechless with shock. If Zhuoma went, she would surely be unfaithful. Zhuoma, aware of Xiuzha watching her, couldn't help but smile faintly. Xiuzha was utterly devastated. They were slaves. Slaves had no right to refuse their master. On the journey north, the young master told Zhuoma to wash her face in a river by the path. As she knelt by the water, he asked her, "Does Xiuzha beat you?" Hearing this, Zhuoma immediately began to cry. The young master pressed further, "Do you regret marrying Xiuzha?" The truth was, not long after marrying Zhuoma, Xiuzha's heart had twisted with bitterness, because Zhuoma could never forget the second young master. He felt like a fool for having become a slave for her sake, and he often took his resentment out on her by beating her. That was why Zhuoma had smiled. She knew she would be traveling alone with the young master. She even secretly hoped the young master would become the chieftain one day, so he might restore Xiuzha's status as a free man. But becoming chieftain was no simple matter. They soon arrived at the village on the northern border. In this land now swarming with refugees starving from the famine, the second young master was left in charge of a massive granary. What will happen next?